Hi everyone, Cosmic Mango here, your favorite mango from outer space. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. In this video, I'm going to be discussing 5 Simic commanders that are fun to play and can be purchased and built on a budget. Simic is the combination of the colors blue and green. Common themes for Simic include ramp and +1/+1 counters. Many Simic commanders often build card advantage. So, without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Number 1. Volo, Guide to Monsters. A legendary human wizard that costs 1 green, 1 blue, and 2 generic mana to cast. He has 3 power and 2 toughness and says the following. Whenever you cast a creature spell that doesn't share a creature type with a creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, copy that spell. A copy of the creature spell becomes a token. This is a super fun and pretty unique commander to play. Volo highly rewards us if we build our deck around as many different creature types as possible, as we get to then copy that creature spell if we do not control another creature of the same type. If you enjoy playing big splashy creatures and making copies of them in the process, then the Volo is the commander for you. You can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Number 2. Ezuri, Claw of Progress. A legendary Phyrexian elf warrior that costs 1 green, 1 blue, and 2 generic mana to cast. He has 3 power and 3 toughness and says the following. Whenever a creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you get an experience counter. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X +1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, where X is the number of experience counters you have. Ezuri is an absolute blast to play. The main theme I would recommend for an Ezuri deck is to run loads of low casting small powered evasive creatures, things with flying, unblockable, etc. The idea is you get to cast them, which will gather experience counters up, and you can cast them easily because they're going to cost a low amount of mana. Then each combat you get to buff up one of them to attack with hopefully a direct hit to someone's life total, as a creature will have some sort of evasion. Before long, you have a huge army of powerful creatures to eat up your opponent's life totals. You can buy this commander for around $1. Number 3. Tatyova, Benthic Druid. A legendary merfolk creature that costs 1 green, 1 blue, and 3 generic mana to cast. She has 3 power and 3 toughness and says the following. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Tatyova makes an excellent landfall commander, as we gain life and draw a card each time we play a land. A very nice effect indeed. The casting costs for Tatyova may seem a little steep, but the deck will focus on loads of lands and mana ramp to get those lands into play, so we can draw as many cards as possible. The sheer card advantage that Tatyova offers definitely outweighs her slightly high mana cost. With a Tatyova deck, play as many lands as possible so that Tatyova can dig us into a win condition. You can buy this commander for around 45 cents. Number 4. Imoti, Celebrant of Bounty. A legendary Naga Druid creature that costs 1 green, 1 blue, and 3 generic mana to cast. She has 3 power and 1 toughness and says the following. Cascade. When you cast a spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card that costs less. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. Put the exile cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. Spells you cast with mana value 6 or greater have Cascade. Okay, Imoti is a very unique and wacky commander. Cascade is always a crazy effect in any commander game. If you're looking for a Cascade deck that can be made on a budget, Imoti is a fantastic choice, as there are hundreds, if not thousands, of 6 mana or greater spells that are both very good and can also be purchased on a budget. You can buy this commander for around 35 cents. Number 5, the final card on my list. Ezuri, Stalker of Spheres. A legendary Phyrexian elf warrior that costs 1 green, 1 blue, and 2 generic mana to cast. He has 3 power and 3 toughness and says the following. When Ezuri, Stalker of Spheres, enters the battlefield, you may pay 3 generic mana. If you do, proliferate twice. Whenever you proliferate, draw a card. If you like the idea of proliferating, then Ezuri is a fantastic commander for you. Whether you want to build +1/+1 counters, an infect deck, planeswalkers, whatever you want to proliferate, Ezuri would be perfect, as he proliferates twice when he enters. You just have to pay 3 generic mana, which isn't that hard these days. But also, he rewards us with card advantage. We get to draw a card each time we proliferate. Combine some nice flicker spells with Ezuri, and you're going to be proliferating at rapid speeds. You have so many options with this commander. As I said before, you could even use him to help pilot a planeswalker deck. You can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Okie dokie everyone, that is the end of my list. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, would you kindly drop a like and subscribe to the channel? I would love to know if you have any fun and budget-friendly Simic commander recommendations. If you do, please share them in the comment section. I love reading your comments and answer back to as many of the comments that I can. Thanks so much for watching everyone, and as always, take care and goodbye.